Welcome to the first in a series of videos dedicated to Gauge 1 railways. Over the last few years I have built a few Gauge 1 live steam locomotives. Gauge 1 uses a track gauge of 1 3/4, generally referred to as 45mm. 1/32 scale makes it a nice manageable size. But up until now there's one thing I don't have. Some passenger carriages to go behind the engine. The coach is going to be Gauge 1 scale, and that is 1/32 scale in the real thing. So this is my starting point. We'll add some wheels. These are my wheels I'm going to be using, so laying the wheels out in the position they'll go to, working in a front view and a plan view. The next thing that I would add is going to be the trailing arms. These are actually going to be used to support the axles and the wheels on the axles. Then we'll add the axle bushes. So we've got 4 axle bushes here on the wheels, and these other axles running here through these are going to be aluminium U sections. These axles, or these supports here, these will go onto the main chassis to support the trailing arms in that direction. Next we add the frame. The frame is just a pretty simple arrangement. That's almost going to be like a flat top with some angle underneath. I've also added some stops. I'm going to need some stops here, as these stops will support these trailing arms, so they'll only allow them to travel so far down, so that when we lift the coach up the arms won't droop down, because these wheels are going to have suspension. So in order to keep the whole thing together, once we've got the suspension spring in, is as I lift this up, we don't want these arms just to droop straight down and the suspension to go all floppy and sloppy. So this will give us some up and down movement here. Once I've got this general arrangement, I've got a pretty good idea what that's going to look like. It's now a case of producing the drawings for actually manufacturing them out in the workshop. So the next stage I would go to is to take a snapshot of these individual parts and again lay them out in 2D. Now these are basic shapes. This is our basic U sections for the trailing arm. We've got one of them here and the other one here, and these are going to be either screwed together or riveted together. I've not decided yet. That's one set of information, and this is just some more information over this side, just showing the axle and the bushes. And with that we're ready to print some of these off, and we can go into the workshop and start the next phase.